Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity to do this. For your privacy reasons, I'm going to call you Miss C if that's okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Have you ever done a mediumship session before?
I've done a number of different things.
Okay.
Yeah, one mediumship before a few years ago.
Okay, good to know. I only ask because everybody does work differently, and we did go over how I work. Yesterday. It's been a long 24 hours. But for me, while some claim that they can pull spirits directly, I will never claim that. I'm more of a free will type medium where if they want to come forward and they want to chat, they absolutely can. Um, if there are things you do not know, please feel free to tell me. Like, absolutely feel free to tell me, because there are sometimes spirit will bring up, if anybody from your family history comes forward, they will bring up things that sometimes people don't know until they go and talk to somebody else. But we also did discuss the possibility of spirit guides coming forward. The way they confirm can be a little messy.
Okay.
That's the best way I can explain it, because the work I do outside of mediumship, I understand you are new to the page. I do a lot of self-help and self-healing work. So half the time when spirit guides are coming forward, they're like, hey, you're kind of screwing up in this area of your life, and this is what we need you to do instead of doing what you're doing right now. And I will never sugarcoat it. I find it to be not helpful when people sugarcoat it. I need very blunt, straightforward stuff. I personally am on the spectrum, so I try to just be very simple and straightforward when it comes to things. I do have. Sorry, say that again.
Feel free to be direct.
I appreciate that. I do have my stuff going, as you can see behind me. I work with Archangel Michael when I'm doing my mediumship sessions. He's the protector. He makes sure nobody messes with me that they're not supposed to. I do live in a very haunted home, so there might be times where I'm telling other spirits to back off.
Oh.
And it's only because they're like, hey, you're talking to people right now. We can come out and we can be open. I set my boundaries. I might have to tell them to back off, though. I do have cats. When I do get working, they can be a little annoying. So if they're distracting in any way, please let me know. It's very common. I have to forewarn every client, because I have one that will like scratch the chair, and I have another one who will come in and meow in the middle of things, and I personally see it as just confirmation of things are going well. If they don't come in, it's kind of worrisome. Like, oh, do you not like what's happening in here? Aside from that, I do zone out a little bit. That's just me working. If you have any questions towards the end, please feel free to ask. I am all about questions. I do utilize pendulum every once in a while. It's only if spirit's having a hard time spelling things. I'm dyslexic, so it comes in a little bit backwards. Aside from that, I don't use any other tools. We have the candle going, some incense going. I freshly cleansed, set the boundaries on my end. And they're getting very pushy at this point. I already have goosebumps like going up and down my arms, going, hey, can we start? And I can hear the cat coming this way. So we are going to start. This is actually kind of interesting. I know, which of course, please don't give me details. I like to be as like no biasness whatsoever. I know we did talk about the possibility of no family coming through. I have two spirits coming through, though. One does feel blood related, but they don't feel attached to you. It's almost a black sheep version of themselves, where they were also excommunicated, because they keep showing me a door opening and then a door closing with a large amount of people on the other side. And it's... Sorry. I do apologize a lot because I stopped talking in the middle of sentences. So.
Of course, we're listening.
They do want to confirm that you don't know them, which is just them being like flat out, they will not, if I give you details, they will not know those details, but they are working on things that they've been paying attention. They want you to know that they're part of your bloodline so that you have a sense of solidarity. I'm not going to call it family drama, but they're calling it family drama. Essentially, if anybody in your family strays from one certain path, you guys become evil and horrible and absolutely bonkers. And they want to validate that for you so that you know you weren't the first and you will not be the last. You're just the first to actually walk away, from what it sounds like, is instead of dealing with the trauma on a regular basis, you're the first person to actually go, okay, this stops right here, right now, and I'm going to move past. And there's not enough credit given to yourself because there's the remorseful parts that they too have felt when they did it themselves. They're not showing me themselves yet. I would like them to because it feels like a masculine energy, but it's very balanced with feminine energy. So I'm trying to place where they are on that spectrum. We're going to call them a they right now. They keep going into remorse and holidays suck because you're by yourself a lot. And it's not being able to be by yourself, but not having that close-knit. They don't want to call it a family because you can create a family in any way, shape, or form. They want to, it's a community. You don't have that close-knit community that you can show up to, and it's not your fault. And there's some blame on your end where you're constantly blaming yourself. If I didn't do things this way, if I went and did this job instead of turning around and being creative, if I didn't stray away from what mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa wanted me to do, then I would not be here in this place right now. That's not your fault. That is theirs. That's completely theirs. It's not your fault that it feels like narcissism. It's a lot of them, which you can correct me if I'm wrong. But the way that they keep expressing it is if they do something for you, it's for them. It's not actually for you. It's doing it to make themselves feel better and make themselves feel like they're doing something right because they hold guilt. They weren't able to... There's like little glimpses coming through a window where it's like, oh, they peeked and they saw the trauma, but instead of walking away from it, they contributed to it. They continued the cycle. And you're not alone. That's where they keep circling back to, is you're not alone. It feels like you're alone. You're not. It's okay that you don't know your family history, by the way. Like, totally okay. The way they're explaining it, there's a lot of problems that stems from your roots, and rather than living in the past, which is something that I feel the hyperfixation where you sometimes get stuck in cycles and you're going over and over and over again, how do I change this? How do I fix this? How do I do things differently? Instead of focusing on that, you need to start focusing on how you're going to move forward. And it's just step after step. They're very talkative. But they're not pushy about it, and it's lovely. Where are we going with this? I don't want to get into that because that's super private, and I think I'm actually, we're going to close that door, and I say that for a reason. It's too private. I will message it to you afterwards, though, because we are recording, and I don't think that's appropriate. It's your first session with me. It does have to do with okay, how can I say this without them, it's coming off a little crass on their end. I guess that's the way to put it. And it does have to deal with conceiving journeys. And they're really sad about it. So rather than letting them let loose about it, we're going to acknowledge that they know about this stuff. We're going to let them close that door and let them move on to something else, because I don't want to cry. I'm not ready to cry. And then, like, I don't want to cry either. Their energy is coming through. It's a lot more feminine. I would like to say this is a woman, based on how they're responding and navigating things and going, oh wait, no, I'm about to cry. Let's not do this. Very sweet, very kind, very gentle. And there's some other things. It's a female. Just like, you caught me. But, oh man. She's spewing. I'm gonna give her a second.
Okay.
Really trying. They're bouncing back and forth between two different topics. Because part of them wants to go into validation of their presence in your life, but at the same time, they keep trying to go back to like past memories, but the way they make it feel as if it's yours, but it's theirs. And it's really interesting. The way that they're showing it to me. And the word horses keeps popping up. And it keeps bouncing back and forth. Crazy part is she was just speaking very clearly to me. Calm down. Reset. I love spirits so much. Because I am calm. You're just not understanding. It all connects. So, I'm going to let her finish. Because she's being very short about it. She's showing it. It's so odd. It feels like a movie, almost. And those same windows that she was, like, peeking through, showing me, okay, you guys have all of these crazy family dramas. She keeps opening them, and my video keeps freezing. Calm down, Spirit. So she keeps opening them, but she keeps showing, it looks like the movie Spirit if Spirit was in live action. And I don't know how else to explain it. It feels like a happy place. It feels like this is why I think this is hers. Because it feels like this is where she goes when she was struggling and she was having a hard time, whether it was in her mind, or that was her dream. She won't be clear or direct about it, but she keeps going, no. I give her dreams about these sometimes, and it's horses, and she keeps going back to horses, and she won't be specific on why. She's trying to find the words, though. She really is. So interesting. I'm actually waiting to see if she'll also show herself to me so that I can give you some sort of description for her, but it really feels, I think this might be her first time coming through. Anything, ma'am? If I could just validate, I asked her if she rode horses or if you rode horses, and she said no. to herself, but she said you did at one point, but it was one time. It feels like only one time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can we stop glitching? I don't know if the screen's flashing on your end too. It just keeps going black on me. I have full service over here. It's her according to her. But that's how she's pulling her energy right now. Thank you for confirming. Okay, why are the... She's losing it over the horses. She's describing horses left and right, just big, beautiful horses. And her favorite, I don't know horses. I'm going to be very clear. I don't know horses. I've seen them. I'm from the Wild West, but no. I don't know the different types. But she keeps showing me. And her favorite horse, she keeps going into, is not the one that looks like Spirit. But your dream horse would look like Spirit, and that's all she keeps going back to. She keeps saying you and showing me the horse from Spirit, the very light tan with the dark nuzzle, and if she were a horse, that's what she would probably look like, in a good way, in a positive way, in a beautiful way. And it's just very gleaming. I really want to know who she is. She will not tell me at all.
Okay.
She keeps that door with your family in there, she keeps shutting it closed. Like, I was not a part of them, but she knows a lot about you. I have a feeling, just based on the way she is speaking, it's very old. Not to be rude or disrespectful whatsoever, but it's that very proper, very well put together speech. And I think she keeps saying she passed before you were born, but it wasn't like too far before you were born, maybe a couple years. She keeps going, she died, then you were born. And it's very specific. She died, your mom found out she was pregnant, then you came here and you were born.
I know I was named after an aunt that passed.
I don't know if you have chicken skin, but my entire body is covered in chicken skin. She got quiet. I think you mind if I ask, was she also a black sheep? Somebody very free-willed? Okay.
I just know my middle name, I was named after, like a great aunt.
Okay.
So, and I know that she passed close to when I was born on my mom's side, and, like, I'm very removed from my mom's side.
That's fair. That's why she keeps going, you wouldn't know anything about me.
Yeah, I don't know anything beyond my mom's mom because,
that's okay.
Long story there, but yeah.
That's okay. Thank you for validating. If I had to place a bet on it, and she goes, don't go betting now, that's just it's improper. So, but if I had to place a bet on it, it would be her. She keeps calling her, which it would be no wonder, because there's a lot of pride behind it. It would be no wonder that you were named after her and you're a free spirit. Like, that's all I keep hearing is free spirit. You are you're amazing. I don't know.
My name means Charlene. It means free spirit.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Holy cannoli.
My aunt's name is Teresa, though.
Okay.
When I was named after her, I'm not sure if that helps at all, but...
Well, I didn't want to ask her because I knew your middle name already. So that's rude.
I don't mind at all.
There goes privacy. Sorry. I'm sorry, podcast. I gotta bleep that out. Oh, man. She's giddy. Like, she stopped talking and she's just spiraling with excitement right now. The amount of excitement I have in my bones. I'm hot. And it's just very bright, very sunny. The other spirit doesn't even want to come forward. Because you needed this. That's all they keep saying is you needed this. And oh, she's funny. Your spirit guide, that's who I miss, because they have no relation to you at all. They go, Miss Sievsla has been in shambles recently. And she goes, it's really not that bad. Like, it's not. Whereas your spirit guide, it's an emotional roller coaster. They're not. He's very, very grumpy. He goes, I didn't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And I don't know, are you not listening to them? Because that's all he keeps showing. Like, it's, you ask for signs, they give you signs, things get better. You forget about those signs, and then you ask for more signs, and they get there, and it's a cycle almost. And it's not that you have a bad relationship with your spirit guides whatsoever, it's just a cycle of, okay, we've done this before. How did you fix it last time? What do you have to do what do you have to do to make the changes you need? And she's going, it's fine, because when you have a beautiful home, you've built a beautiful home for yourself, a lot of what they keep going back to is the emotional problems you're going through are genuinely that. It's emotion. It's not allowing yourself to let go of some things. And that's them being kind, as they're putting it. Water. It got very quiet from him. Yeah, he walked away. Okay. So we know it's Teresa here. Well, I feel like Teresa has more to say. She just doesn't know how to say it because she never thought she'd have the opportunity to talk to you. She's never come through before. Ever. Okay, she said, let me correct that. I've never come through like this. This is different. She's putting together, it's so cute. It's almost like she's writing a list in my head of signs that she shows you from day to day, because you do have your spirit guides, but she's going to be your primary. She's the one who's giving you the hugs in the middle of the night when you're like, ooh, I got goosebumps. Like, good night. That's her. It's that almost motherly energy that is around you and surrounds you and gives you that comfort. Because she keeps showing me like pent up emotions. She doesn't want to call you an emotional person, but you have big emotions. And when your emotions get too big, there has to be a way for you to come back. And it feels almost like somebody's putting a hand on my shoulder during hyperventilation moments. Just going, okay, breathe. That voice in your head telling you to step back and breathe and just woosah. It happened. You can't change it. You can change how you react to it. Woosah. That's her. From what she's telling me, that's her. She could be taking credit for your other spirit guides all she wants, to be honest. She seems like she would be that type of person where she's like, I do everything and I do it amazingly. But that tends to run in the family for God, she just got tongue-tied. She keeps going, that's a very common thing for us, is we are very vocal people, we are very proud people, we are very out there type of people. It doesn't matter. Genetics are genetics. She wants to talk about the little things, because the big things she can't walk you through. It's not her place. A lot of frustration for her, because she keeps going, a girl just needs her mom. Like, there are times where a girl just needs her mom, and you've had quite a few, which she's being very polite because she recognizes that this is stuff that will be going on the internet. She was not around for the internet, but she's been around enough in death to recognize that shit can catch like wildfire. So she's gonna leave your private stuff private, which is very lovely. She is so much nicer than some spirits I've worked with. But she keeps going into you've had to get through major life obstacles, major ones, without having your mom there holding your hand like she should have been, especially in your adult life, because there hits a point where parents step back once their kid hits a certain age and they're like, I'm done. I don't want to parent anymore. I did it for 18, 20 years. I'm done. When in reality, parents are parents until the day they die. And the way she keeps perceiving things is when you have those big things happen and you're like, I just need my mom, and your mom doesn't show up for you, or she does and then she handles things in a way that's not appropriate for the situation, it pains her, because what can she do? She can't like pop up and yell at her. She can't come and hold you and tell you everything's gonna be okay. She knows you from everything she's watched as you grew up, but she doesn't have that right. She's dead. So it's really hard when there's no control on that end, and then you have no control in how things are handled except for setting boundaries and walking away. And that's the hardest thing anybody can ever do. Dads are dads. I love them, hate them, they're dads. But moms, those are the people who built us. Like, they literally built us. And to not have that attachment, it does do a lot of bad more than it does good. I am getting mixed things from her, because she wants to talk about children, but she doesn't want to cross a boundary that's inappropriate. She's going back to this again, and she won't tell me why. She just wants to talk about it. But she's trying to tread lightly, because she keeps telling me it's a very sensitive subject. It's an extremely sensitive subject. I'm so confused, because she keeps showing me children, but she keeps showing me rainbows. And she's trying to be so polite about it, and every time I ask if it's the one thing I think it is, she goes, oh, let's not call it that. And she's trying not to cry again. Why do we keep going into this if we don't want to talk about it? I think she wants to. I don't think she has the strength to. Because she keeps going, the problem that you go through is not a problem that is unknown to your family. It's something that's common, but you've had it the worst. She's being very cryptic about it. What are we doing? How do we... Come on, girl. You giving me all the details and now we want to be quiet? She's like, I can talk about all of this, but once we get to the sensitive stuff, let me clam up and let me be uneasy. I know you said I can be blunt about it. She doesn't want me to, but I'm going to. Do you have issues with trying to conceive? Did you have major issues with trying to conceive?
I have not been able to.
Okay. You're not alone. I would give you a hug if I could. I struggle with that as well, and I had a feeling when she kept showing me babies in rainbows is that's what I'm shown for. Any type of miscarriage, any type of issue that comes with trying to conceive is the inability to, but she doesn't want to talk about it because she knows how much you want a child. Just one. She keeps going, just one. But the problem is you turned it into a job. And I hate saying it that way, but I understand why she's saying it that way. It's the constant testing, constant figuring out, okay, is my cycle doing things this way? Is my cycle doing things that way? Why is it doing it this way? Why am I having these issues? It's frustrating because we are built to create. That's our job, so to speak, right? And our bodies, we go through the cycle every month of being reminded, oh, hey, you didn't create this month. So sorry. Let's slough away everything. And there hits a point. She's trying to be nice about it because for her it's very depressing as well. I'm not sure if she struggled with it as well, which is why she's having issues discussing it. She keeps going, it's almost as if you lived her life, just in a different era. I feel like if there was a picture, the two of you would be damn near identical. It's beautiful. She's catching her breath right now. She's turning, if you can't tell, she's changing the topic and getting away from it. She's conniving. She's smart. She's brilliant. So I think that's where I'm connecting dots now. She doesn't want me to. So your heavy emotional stuff where you're living in the past and you're getting frustrated with how things are going. This is that moment where she wants you to breathe. Focus on you first. Because when your body is stressed out and your body's in fight or flight mode, even over this type of journey, it's going to make it harder. And man, I don't do medical. I don't at all. But she's trying to be nice about it. She's telling you to calm down and stop stressing in the nicest way she possibly can. Because there's going to be a point where you do get things figured out. It's not right now. It's not immediate. But once you finally come to terms with how everything's gone down over the few years, it's rainbow babies. She's trying to politely hint that this is a sensitive subject, and I don't think I'll post this part online, to be honest. I'll probably cut it out. Only because she keeps asking me to. Because it's something she dealt with too. The difference is we have the doctors, we have the science, we have the ability to actually go through and adopt. Things like that. We have access to stuff that she didn't have. And there's a little bit of envy there. A tad bits. I'm trying. I feel like she was the childless, fun aunt that everybody loved. But she felt like the black sheep because she was so weird and different. Mm-hmm.
It's totally me. I have 10 nieces and nephews.
It's okay. She shut down on me again. Why? She needs to stop doing this. It's a loud chair noise. I'm sorry. Why are we shutting down again? She's not done talking. She's just bringing herself back. I don't think she recognized how much emotion a spirit can feel on the other side when doing things like this because their energies are heightened. So it goes from being very dull in senses almost to very, she keeps showing me it's like it's bright. It's very bright and it's very light. It's very energetic, but she also knows that this is like a temporary high. And it'll be gone shortly. She's savoring it. But every time she gets going, she does not like getting going. I feel, she goes, I think you might understand this, is when you guys get very excited, you get there and you are amped up and you're pumped up and then you're like, oh my God, I need to calm down. And then it's just blank, like, okay, step back. Let me gather my wits. That's how she keeps explaining it. Like how she feels right now is she's excited because she didn't think, again, she keeps going, I never thought I could talk to her. They named her after me. We look alike. Look at a picture. That'd be me. That's my kid right there, basically. Is that what I had to do? Die? Like, it's very fun and silly, but at the same time, she's also very sad because your family dynamic is so overwhelming that even if she was alive, she doesn't think she would have met you anyways, because she goes, I don't even want to unpack what's wrong with those people. And I don't blame her. I don't at all. Oh, hello, Matilda. Are you coming to say hello to the spirits? Cat. I don't know what the slander about dogs is about. Do you not like dogs?
Or should I work with them every day?
That's insane. She does not like dogs at all. No. They are slobbery. They are stinky. They are smelly to her. She goes, cats are great. They leave you alone. She keeps calling you a cat lady, though.
Yeah, I've always had a cat.
I
Never
love
not
that.
had it. I'm an animal person in general, so
That
all
is
animals.
incredible. She's going back into pride again, and she goes, I swear, I didn't reincarnate, but you would think I did. And I don't know if that's just her taking credit, because she goes, y'all don't know anything about me. I could tell you the craziest stuff. And who's she gonna ask? It's why she keeps throwing in stuff that you know, and then throwing in, like, just little snippets. I don't think she's lying about anything. I just think she's having fun because she doesn't get to talk to anybody. And the closest thing, I don't know if it's shadow people in your hallways, like going through doorways just quick out of the corner of your eye. But she's like, you see it sometimes in there. It's not me. And she's like, it's fun because we all coexist. And, like, what am I supposed to do? I can't talk to her directly. What do I do? Yell her name in the middle of the night? What are we doing? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Are you letting her pet you? I know you're letting me pet you. Yeah, go over there. Please. Oop. Just don't knock anything. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, she comes in here for ghostly love. It's the cutest thing, and I love it. Because the next thing she'll do, if I'm right, because I have a feeling she's petting her right now, only because she moved over here. And within the next, 3 minutes, I guarantee she'll be on her side. Just happy. Smitten. But I'm not being paid attention to right now, at all. Can we get into Q&As? Wonder if she'll let me get into Q&As. She said, don't interrupt me. Hold on, fine. Isolda, you're distracting. Yeah. I know. Okay. I'm just letting them get tummy time in real quick. And then she's open for Q&As. If you have any questions for her, she has answers for you to the best of her ability. Let me preface, she wants me to be very clear, to the best of her ability. She may see everything, but she's not God.
Okay.
She does not whatsoever, let me be very clear for her, she does not spend time around your mother. She does not spend time around your grandmother. That's the last two places she would be. But she said it's a family sentiment, not just her sentiment. Like, everybody in your family kind of feels that way. And that's her being nice. That's her being very nice. Are we ready for Q&As? No? You still playing with the cat? Yeah. Okay. All I keep hearing is, ooh, kitty, kitty, kitty. Isolda, can I please finish working? Perchance? I need you to go. She's getting distracted by you. This is my second session in a week where a cat has distracted a spirit. I had a session, I want to say it was 3 days ago. Yeah, I saw that. Calm down. And I was trying to explain where the spirit was sitting at in my client's house because they were sitting there with the clients. And he goes, well, I'm playing with their orange cat right here in the windowsill on the right-hand side of the room. And they both were like, the cat's staring at us from that windowsill on the right-hand side of the room. And it's orange. I couldn't see it. But cats are, famous this week, I guess, with spirits. Are we ready for Q&A now? Yes, she is ready for anything you have to ask.
Well, I did want to know about children, because I do want to have one. That'd be beautiful.
She just said it's not your time right now. But you'll get your rainbow baby. You'll get your rainbow baby. I don't think it'll be through birth. I think it'll be adoption. Look into... But it does. But I could be wrong. I don't do medical, and she understands that. But she's trying on her side. She got rainbow babies up there. She's figuring it out.
Considered doing a solo pregnancy?
No.
No? Because I'm not partnered, and I don't
No, you're not. But you'll meet a partner, and you may say you don't want to now, but that goes back into trauma and things that you went through in the past, and you don't have to be married to have a good partner. You don't need any of that. You can have somebody who you trust. Sorry, she's like, you can have somebody you trust. Father it. You just have to be willing to meet somebody. Or reach out to that somebody. You don't really have close friends, though. She does want to touch on that, and you need a close friend. She won't talk on the pregnancy stuff, though. No. That's not her place. And I will say, I am sorry. I try to with spirit, and constantly they're like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Sorry, you're not supposed to know that shit. And it sucks because... Yeah.
It's tough at this age not to have an answer. At 20, sure, I don't care. But
I understand.
I'm always 30 now. So I've got like 3 years to work for the fertility clinic if I want to. So
no, definitely do your testing. Definitely do your testing. That was earlier that came through. We have the ability now that she did not have. Take advantage.
Okay.
Keep in mind the rainbow babies. I don't know why she keeps going back to it, but rainbow baby.
Okay.
And it's not like rainbow pet, where pets go over the rainbow bridge.
No.
Sorry, she wants to laugh. She was like, let me be clear. We're very clear. She is sorry, though. She's not your doctor, though. Neither am I.
There's nothing wrong. Like there's no reason why I haven't gotten pregnant.
No, it's the men's fault.
Aside of the not having, my body doesn't like any of the partners I've chosen. So
I get that. No, you have to pick your partner. Like, she keeps going into very specifics. You might be onto something. Hey, I will give you credit. I'll give you props for that one, because she will not go into specifics, but she keeps saying, pick the right one. Pick the person you trust, which it could be in vitro, where you're going in and you're going and looking at donors, and you're going, okay, this one actually might be great. He's a scientist, although, I don't know. Avoid NASA, maybe.
Avoid what?
NASA scientist? I don't know. I think she's mocking things right now. Like, maybe look into microbiology. She's funny. Why are we blooming right at the end of the session, ma'am? She goes, I'm finally comfortable. Have you not been able to tell it takes us a while to defrost? I'm sorry. I'm a very firm person, I know. Whoopsie daisies. She likes it, though. No, she does want to say sorry. She'd give you more answers on that one. But she had the same issues.
Okay.
So, don't be shocked by it. It's super weird. I'm going to message you what we found out about mine, because I have the exact same issues where everything is good, everything is solid, but for some reason nothing will stick. They figured something out, but I don't feel comfortable putting it out there right this second, so I'm going to message it to you. And
Okay.
that's just for me personally, but I'll explain.
Yep. Yeah.
That one's hard. But that's personal. That's not ghost. That's me. So, what are we? She said more. Do you have anything else for her?
I'm curious to know if I'll ever find my person, real person.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
okay.
You have to be open, though. You're not an open person. Very.
I'm not a very open person, but
There's a lot of guards. She really going. It's a difference between socializing and being friendly with people and actually allowing them to know you and be vulnerable. There's a huge difference.
Okay.
They may not seem that way, but
yeah. I feel like I'm floating around with my purpose without having a kid and not really knowing like what direction to take because I don't have that focus, that purpose.
That's understandable. And she
So
wishes this goes back to these are the moments where a girl needs her mom. And she's not saying that like in a crude way whatsoever. It's that moment where she knows how confusing it is. She knows how frustrating it is. It's mentally debilitating. Like, let's be real, that the depression that comes from it, that comes from that confusion, that comes from not knowing, not many people understand that, and she wishes that she could walk you through it physically when she can't. She can't give you the answers because she never got the answers for herself. That's the hardest part. If she could give you those answers, she absolutely would. But this is, again, something that she wants to cry for you and hold you and hug you. But she's also so angry because you're supposed to have a village to do that for you too. And you need to start working on your village. You don't need them specifically, but once you start growing with yourself and recognizing, okay, I want to be a mom. That is something that I want. That is something that I need, but that is not my life's purpose. We have to remember that. And it's hard because she goes, think about it this way. You're a wife, you're a mother, then you're you. You're a wife to a man, the person he meets, the person he sees every day. It may be you genuinely, but you are still his partner. You are still required to give something to them, do stuff for them. You're not living for yourself, you're living for somebody else. To be a mother, it's the same thing, only instead of having another adult to help financially do that, now you have somebody that's financially dependent on you, and you have somebody who is emotionally dependent on you and looking for you to show the ropes. That's a job. In her perspective, that is a job. Your job is to live. If you find yourself happy and at peace, anything that comes afterwards is going to fulfill you, is the way she's putting it. And I really do feel like this was her coping mechanism because she didn't have access to the same things that we do have, leaving her with the inability to really go, okay, what's wrong with me? What's going on? Why isn't this working? If you have to go and do IVF and do those things and carry, you never know if you're going to be alone. You call it a solo pregnancy, but what if you meet the love of your life in the middle of it?
Yeah, that's different. I'm open to that.
There's things like that.
I
So
don't want to try to find a partner.
She's not telling you to wait. She's telling you to live.
Yeah.
She's telling you to start the cycles. But you have to be mindful. That's not your job. This is just a part of your life. If you end up a mom, yes, you'll be a mom. If you end up a wife, yes, you will be a wife. But at the end of the day, you are you.
I don't care so much about the wife part.
But still, life partner, wife, she's old.
I want to be the mom that I did not have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like if I can't do that, it's the rest of life is pretty boring.
Go step one. I get that. I totally get that. On a human level, person to person, I absolutely 100% get that.
Career, I've done lots and lots of things, and nothing's satisfying me. So,
are we living the same life? I genuinely just went through that myself this morning.
I do have a
with
great
Cheryl.
tribe of friends and with my siblings, but I do feel very alone. I would love to have a child, but
start with step one.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've been there. I would have been through all the steps and back again. Lots of I've been through all of it. It's been 20 years, so...
I understand, but she already said at the beginning, you've already done everything. It's time to do things differently. You know the process, right? All right, what's the next step that you can do to change that process? There's a few different ones that you probably haven't tried. That's what it sounds like on her end. But it's trial and error. She can't give you a guarantee because, man, if she was wrong, you know, she may be dead, but I think she would probably, like, beat herself up eternally if she was wrong. And she goes, that's shameful. I don't need shame on my name. Which is valid.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't feel I feel pretty directionless right now. So, yeah. I have great connections and people that love me and that I love, but...
It's still empty. I understand. I would give you a hug if I could. Just girl to girl who's going through the same thing. I understand. She's making me want to cry, not you, her. She was like, God, look at all of us. No kid ladies. I'm 30, and I'm like, my clock literally is ticking according to our doctor. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh my God, I don't know how many doctors have told me that I'm old, and I feel great.
Yeah,
40.
same.
It's very confusing.
I'm at 30 and going, okay, my bones hurt, but everything else feels great. I actually feel, I don't know, clear at this point. If I had a kid in my 20s, no, that poor kid, I don't think that kid would have survived. They would have gone through trauma right there with me. Oh, man.
I do have a question. I have a couple of options for, like, changing my career direction. I have two avenues, and I cannot decide on which avenue to take. And any direction. I mean, one of them would support having a child, and one of them is more supporting living my life my way.
No. She immediately said no to the second option. She said option one, get out of the area with the damn dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, that was her. Get out of the wet dogs. She keeps going, you smell like mangy mutt from time to time. I don't know what her thing is with dogs. It was immediately before you even asked option one, no to option two.
Okay. Alright. Back to my engineering. But that's okay.
But you're incredible at it. You do things, I don't know, maybe it's her pride again, but you do things in a way that people really have stopped and given you your dues and have given you your credits, and you've gone places men haven't touched yet. She could be being cocky right now, to be quite honest, but everything you do, there should be pride behind that. Everything you do, because you don't do anything half-assed at all. It's all full force or nothing.
Right. I just have to step back into my masculine energy to go back into that field. So
you can be masculine with fun. You can be feminine with power.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I'm aware. I swung into my feminine the last 10 years, I would say. I left. I was in my masculine energy from my 20s to 30s.
Yeah.
From 30 to 40, I was in my feminine. So now I'm like, I know I've balanced.
Find the balance.
Yeah, I've definitely achieved that.